Hello everybody, how are you today? And today is Saturday, June 3rd, 2023, and we are going now for Peace Road 2023, and three countries also participate for that big rally. Austria-Hungary-Slovakia. The program is planned to be today, Saturday, June 3rd, 2023, 11 a.m. at the trip border point between Deutsch Jahrndorf, Rajka and Čunovo. After a ceremony at this location, there is picnic at Aranykárász campaign in Rajka, Hungary, about 8 kilometers from the trip border point. Let's go check how many people's there, and we will enjoy today. And now video start. Three people's border area and three countries border, Slovakia, Hungary and Austria. We are here for peace rally, and so many people's coming here. Now I want to see that place. It's very beautiful. We are here now, Deutsch Jahrndorf, and this is the map.
Yesterday that there will be our 150 people from the different countries. From one country is from Hungary, and the other one is Slovakia, and the other one is Austria. These three land later or countries are always going together every year. So this is my first time. And there are many events that will happen today. The program will be opened by our President Chairwoman, Dr. Maria.
border of Slovakia, Austria and Hungary. Thank you for coming. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Can you come closer? Because we'll address it in their speeches. We will have a short program now here, and then afterwards we move to a Hungarian camping site where we have lunchtime. So for beginning, we sing the European anthem in German, Ode an die Freude. We distributed the text so everybody sings it in his or her language, so in Slovakian, Hungarian or German. Let's start with the hymn. Austria, and let him speak about the project of Peace Road.
It is a pleasure that we can all come together here. First, I want to say a few things. Peace Road is a global goodwill project of the Universal Peace Federation, and the project dates back to 1981, when the late Reverend Dr. Sun Myung Moon, our founder, proposed in a conference on the unity of sciences, an international highway that will physically connect all people of the world, so that you can travel from the Cape of Good Hope over the Bering Strait to the most southern point of South America. The Peace Road initiatives promotes two projects in particular: an undersea tunnel between Korea and Japan, and the Bering Strait project to connect Alaska and Siberia. His big vision and desire was the peaceful reunification of Korea, as he was born in North Korea and lived most of his life in South Korea. And this Korea is surrounded by the competing superpowers of the world: USA, China, Russia and Japan. Only when the world is connected peacefully, Korea can be united. And now the important word I want to share with you today. Peace has to be cultivated and not taken for granted. We all remember 1989. I came here with an English friend to show him the Iron Curtain in August, which was separating Austria and Hungary. And a few months later it was totally gone. And we should gratefully remember the people who risked their lives so that we can stand here today without heavily guarded borders separating us. I remember the candlelight demonstration in Bratislava, and I think and a man called Mikloško, I forgot his first name, speaking about it in Vienna. I cried in my car when I heard the report of the Germans from the east were crossing the Berlin Wall peacefully. And visiting Bratislava for the first time in January 1990. Soldiers on the border had flowers in their guns. Free entry of museums on both sides was organized. And I repeat, peace has to be cultivated and cannot taken for granted. We have friends among us here who were in prison in Czechoslovakia, like Juraj Lajda is somewhere among us, and Miloš Klas, and probably others also. I just mentioned these two because I know them well. We experience now again a war in Europe. It's astonishing. Edgar Morin, a 102-year-old French thinker, writes that at such a dangerous time, when the danger is constantly growing, few voices are raised in favor of peace in the main affected country, especially in Europe. It is surprising, he said, how few envision and promote a policy of peace. Mutual hatred, however, will only make the conflict worse. We had peace roads events in Carinthia, organized by our friends there, once in the region of Tarviso and another time near Dravograd between Austria, Slovenia and Italy. 2021 and 2022, there were events at the border between Austria, Germany and the Czech Republic. And it was much harder to get there because we had to walk 2 hours a stony way up to the place where we met, and it was raining last year. And before Maria Pammer, who is among us, she organized a Peace Road bike tour from Rechnitz in South Burgenland to Mauthausen, following the trail of the death march of Jews in 1945. In 2019, we went with Bosnian women to Zagreb, Belgrade, Srebrenica and Sarajevo. And they told us on the way their stories. And they only went to Belgrade because we were with them, because otherwise they would be afraid to go there. There was one UN official who retired in between with us, Asfarator. He served in Srebrenica, and he said, I never dared to go there because it was such a moment which I could never envision, that the UN could not protect the people. But he went with us there, and in this way he could somehow relieve his heart. And there are many other such events organized.
You may have missed the turning. Take a look.
Disconnected. Murder, violence. We have to replace them with good stories, like the experience of twin cities in Germany and France. And meeting today is such a good story because people from 3 countries meet peacefully in a way which we couldn't envision 30 years ago. So let us never forget, peace has to be cultivated and not taken for granted. I want to introduce now Mr. Johann Rechberger. He's among us. He wants to say a few words because he's organizing peace, the Universal Peace Federation in Burgenland.
Yeah. Slovakia and Hungary, we have a common past to the Habsburger. We have a common present in the European Union. And how will be our future, our common future? And how our common future will be, this is something that the condition for it we are making just now and right here. To make a long story short, I want to skip my most part of the talk. I want to invite you all to a peace conference at the Burg Schleining. This is on the 10th of September. Schleining Castle is a peace castle. It's the most famous peace organization in Austria. And it was founded 40 years ago at the Schleining Castle with the goal to find ways for peace in the midst of the Cold War. And they said there are all ways we can think we should use just to find a way to make peace. And we are now maybe in a similar situation as 40 years ago. And so I want to like everyone who really wants to involve himself for peace to join us at this peace conference on the 10th of September at the Burg Schleining. So thank you very much.
Our next speaker will be Engineer Gerhard Zappel. He is the mayor of Nickelsdorf, the city very close to here, and I'm sure the village, city.
Point to this place here, it became an historical place, another place of peace. Let me talk about some from the past. During September and October 2015, 300,000 refugees crossed the border from Hungary to Austria via Nickelsdorf, a village of about 1,800 souls. It was a tricky endeavor to provide the necessary assistance for those people. The Red Cross and many volunteers from Nickelsdorf and the region worked hard to provide them with food, medicine, as well as clothing. Big thanks goes out to the donors of all the goods that were needed. Despite to giving help, the most important task during this time was to preserve social peace in our small community. The use of special trains, buses, and especially taxis made it possible for the asylum seekers to rapidly continue the journey towards Germany and Sweden, which were the main destinations back then. In July 2015, 25 asylum seekers, Syrian and Iraqi, men between 18 and 42 years, were privately initiated, placed in a pension, and another family of 4 found shelter at the rectory of the town. Overall, this rate was 1.7%. As the mayor of this small town, I can confirm that integration is possible. The first and foremost step to integration is to learn our host's language. Fortunately, I was able to find 3 voluntary German teachers straight away who work together with the asylum seekers. Hereby, I'd like to commend our asylum seekers for helping diligently and with great commitment throughout the refugee crisis to tackle these difficult tasks. Through their commitment, the community of our village could recognize how hard the asylum seekers tried and still tries to integrate themselves. This diminished many concerns and made a peaceful coexistence possible up to the present day. Since 2022, 25 Ukrainians have also been accommodated in Nickelsdorf. Here, too, there is a positive situation. As the mayor of Nickelsdorf, I want to declare once more that I'm proud to be the political head of this village and has been doing so for 27 years, a community which works together if needed. Some families are already in Nickelsdorf settled on. His wife is cleaner, he is cook, and so on and so on. Luay al-Hussein, a young man from Syria, has had a job in Vienna for years and will soon be opening a restaurant in Nickelsdorf with his brother, who is cook. It gives me great pleasure that I have managed to overcome this difficult situation in a positive, above all, peaceful way. The most important task of politics at all levels, I think, is to keep the peace. There is no higher good than living peaceful with each other. I wish you all every success.
Thank you. Before our next speaker, I would like all of us to give a big applause to all those who came by bike here from Hungary, Slovakia, city of Čunovo. And I think she will speak in German. So, yeah.
Ich bin froh, Sie heute im Länderdreieck Österreich, Slowakei und Ungarn begrüßen zu dürfen. Diese kurze Rede zu halten, ist für mich eine Ehre. Noch vor nicht allzu langer Zeit wäre dieses Treffen nicht möglich gewesen. Der eiserne Vorhang entlang der Grenze mit hohen Zaunen und Stacheldraht trennte nicht nur die Länder, sondern auch Familien, Freunde und Bekannte. In den benachbarten Ortschaften entlang dieser Grenze gibt es immer noch viele Familien, die dankbar dafür sind, dass sie heute ohne Gefahr und ohne Einschränkungen die Verwandtschaft besuchen und neue Freundschaften außerhalb der Heimat schließen können. Besonders für die jüngere Generation ist es heute unvorstellbar, sich nicht frei von Land zu Land bewegen zu dürfen. Und auch die ältere Generation wünscht sich, die alten Zeiten hinter dem Zaun sicherlich nicht mehr zurück. Nur einige Kilometer von uns entfernt tobt leider wieder ein sinnloser Krieg zwischen benachbarten Ländern. Und wieder leiden unschuldige Menschen, Familien und Freunde darunter. Schätzen und schützen wir daher unsere Freiheit und den Frieden. Freuen wir uns, dass wir heute in Einklang in diesem Länderdreieck zusammenkommen können, zusammen feiern und lachen können. Ich wünsche Ihnen an diesem sonnigen Tag noch viel Spaß, Freunde.
UPF Slovakia. It is Mrs. Barbara Grabner, class.
Yes. Now comes the good part of the story. The green belt of Europe, you see here the logo. Yes. German grünes Band, Slovakisch Zelení pás Evropy is a peace project of transnational cooperation and experience and an ideal site for the Peace Road activities. The motto of this project is borders separate, nature unites. Grenzen trennen, Natur verbindet. In my eyes, it is a much better connection than the new Silk Road crossing all of Eurasia until the Atlantic, which is presently forced by the Chinese government. Why? As soon as business is involved, selfish interests become dominant. On contrast, protecting nature stimulates selflessness. The Green Belt was first established in Germany after the fall of the Berlin Wall, and just a few weeks later an amazing transformation started. Along the Iron Curtain, during a decade, 2 decades, 3 decades, the longest chain of protected areas worldwide was established, including 3,000 pearls of nature. Over 20 years ago, during his visit to Germany, Mikhail Gorbachev became the patron or president of the project. Today, the Green Belt is 12,500 kilometers long and passes through 24 countries from Scandinavia to the Baltic, Central Europe and the Balkans until the Black Sea. I have been personally involved in the establishment of the Green Belt along the Austrian border right at the beginning, writing uncountable articles, leading tours, mainly at the Slovak border, and giving lectures. Important to note, the efforts to establish the Green Belt along the German border immediately attracted interest in Korea. There was and is permanent exchange between Germans and Koreans until today. The belt serves as a model for the future of the DMZ on the Korean Peninsula. And I think borders separate, nature unites is a perfect motto to bring peace on the Korean Peninsula, also for reconciliation, especially at the border between North and South. And there are already plans and projects. And now, my last point, today, and this is a special highlight for bikers, today is the World Bicycle Day. Okay. The fastest way, the best way to discover the entire green belt is by bike. And it is called the Iron Curtain Trail. It is over 10,000 kilometers long, starting in Norway until down to Bulgaria. It is promoted by the Eurovelo network. And presently there are 15 long-distance cycle routes you can download on app. Yeah? The Iron Curtain Trail offers the most sustainable way to explore the pearls of nature and historic monuments. You can bike or you can walk with a rucksack on the back on marked sections along the borders. I know well Germany and Austria because I am working for that. And it is really wonderful. You can learn a lot. So for the last, I want to show, maybe somebody can help me. Yes. Here you see the whole route from north to south. Yes, which is 12,500 kilometers and 4 zones. The Scandinavian, the Baltic, the Central Europe and the Balkan section with incountable treasures of nature. We turn around, we see here the Austria has one of the longest border except Germany, part of the Iron Curtain, which is now the Green Belt. So we can be very happy. Austria belongs to the pioneers of the project. And the last is because for bicycle, there are cycle, so vertical cycle roads, and you can later look, this is the Austrian-Slovak border. You can go with bicycle and there are countless treasures and easy to reach, yes? So please, bicycle, come. And I know even from my home village, Golling, which is far away, south of Golling, I met people who went the whole Iron Curtain Trail with bicycle. So please join their efforts and examples. Thank you very much.
Federation force behind everything, and I would like to ask the presidents of the Women's Federation of Slovakia, the Austrian Federation
together, and because we believe through friendship we can come closer, we can get to know each other, and the world needs a lot of friendships and crossing borders and building bridges. The microphone is not so loud, sorry. Women Federation for World Peace was founded 1992, 30 years ago, 31 years ago. Last year we celebrated already in Slovakia, in Bratislava. Lubica invited us, and we came from Hungary and Austria. We were 70 ladies there with their husbands and sons all together. We are women, we want to be mothers and sisters for everyone, or encourage a world of togetherness, a world where we can also feel that we are one family. And also my friend from Hungary, she does not look so Hungarian, but she lives in Hungary, Katsuyo. She also was there with her friends, and also Tinea from Hungary. We met also in October already again, but we're also meeting with other ladies from other countries. We try to be connected with Europe, we try to be connected all over the world. We have chapters in 140 countries, sometimes with very grassroots projects like education, helping women to get on better in their life, helping young women, young people to get on better in their life, to find a future in their countries, which sometimes is a problem, not so easy. And also I thought when I was standing here, we have a very nice sister with us, Maria Rie. She's a medical doctor. So whenever we doubt about are we one family, if you're sick, Maria Rie, she was the founder of the Women Federation in Austria. She initiated in Austria. She's our honorary president all the time. And especially Dr. Maria Rie will always be happy to help you and able to help you. Because we are the same underneath our, maybe a little bit different skins. We want to greet, I'm also especially happy to be here because also I'm from Vienna. I was at this border as a child, it looks very different. And we are very, very many countries here from Vienna, and I think from all places, people from many different countries came. So I think it's probably 30 countries or 20 countries together here on this beautiful place, in this beautiful sunshine. And also we can say thank you to our Creator, who created us to be one family. So we have to learn a little bit on the way, but we will get there sooner or later. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Happy to see you all from the neighbor country and all the people here. Thank you very much and have a nice day together.
Bravo! Bravo! Perfect.
I could just say the same as my sisters here. And 1 year ago we had in Bratislava our Bridge of Peace, where many of you came from Hungary, Austria and Slovakia. And I'm very happy to meet you again, and also with much more people. And so we are connected in this event, and have a nice day. Thank you very much.
So the bikers, who most of them were young people, there's also an organization, Youth and Students for Peace, who will share a few words. Marlies from Austria and Monica from Hungary.
Our vision is to build a global family of young people who build a world of peace. And we focus on different projects to do this, like, for example, peace designer projects, where people learn how to do a peace project themselves. Then also we do character education in schools or with youth groups. And also we focus on cultural events. So, for example, in Austria, what we did recently was last year we held a Peace Hero series, and we did also cultural events on Brazil, Japan. Also, we had something an iftar event, so also interreligious events with a Afghan group, and also we are now preparing for a Romanian evening, which is held on the 18th of June. In Vienna. And yes, so that's shortly what we do here in Austria. And yes, I also want to, my colleague from Hungary will shortly also say some words.
Thank you. Hello everyone, I'm Monica. So I'm Monica from Hungary, and I am the co-leader of YSB Hungary. And yes, just shortly want to talk about our team, or why we do YSB. So basically, yeah, I brought a quote from the founder, Dr. Rajka and Čunovo. She said that, practicing true love of living for the sake of others, the love that gives and continues to give, it is your responsibility to create this heart, this foundation. And I really like this quote because I feel this is what YSB is about. We're students, we go to university and we become skilled professionals, but we don't learn there about how to become actually good people, or people who have the right goals and the right heart. And this, yeah, Dr. Rajka said that this is the foundation, so this is really important. This is where we can create amazing things in this world with young people. And actually this is what I wanted to share with you. Thank you.
Sharing your goals which you have with the young people. Finally, there is the UBF president of Hungary who lives in the city of Győr. can I ask him to share some words or some insights with us?
Friends of peace, many greetings. Okay, sorry. So many greetings to Friends of Peace. I want to share, I brought two memories. I want to share these two things. When I was child, I was 10 years or 12 years old in the 1980s, and with my parents we went first to Slovakia, and it was a very hard experience. Somebody stopped the car and asked, passport, please give me, and I was wondering, why do we need so people? So always just tried checking us, and then later, when the ice curtain broke down, we went to Austria, and same situation. And in my child, when I was child, I tried to imagine always. So I had a dream always that the world has no boundaries, has no limitation. We can travel, we can have a connection, good connection with other people, we can talk to each other. And somehow I feel that now we are in the time, but we have to work on it, that these things we can expand, and the problem that we have now, we can lose. Yes, with peace, with love, to serve another. And another things, in 2003, we were in Jerusalem. We had a peace initiative, Middle East Peace Initiative, and we worked on the roads of Jerusalem. We were more than 200 or 300 people, and it was a very nice experience. We sang a very nice, very simple song, Peace, Shalom, and Salam Alaikum. And somehow it was a very nice experience. The soldiers and the policemen were standing on us, and they protected us, and they were very happy, and they clapping that we are very, very nice people, and we are another organization, and they never saw organization that we were there. So thank you for your participation, and I am very happy that to share these words and to be here with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you all these speakers very much. I'm sure everybody, or most of us, have an interesting story to share, and we will have time during lunchtime in the camping site, Aranykárász, on the Hungarian side, where we rented 3 tents, and where we can sit inside and have lunch and keep sharing our experiences or listening to our friends or to our colleagues. With this, our official program here is closed. Not quite, because now comes a photo session.
Yeah, but can move more to the back or to the front. I can't do more than that.
Okay, whoever's on the left is not in the picture.
Okay, one more time, please. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, my name is Gerhard Zapfel. I'm mayor of Nickelsdorf, small village the south of Deutsch Jahrndorf, of this 3 country corner point, and I have a lot of experiences with refugees. We had in the past 2015 about 300,000 refugees crossing the border from Hungary to Nickelsdorf. So it was a hard job to do and to manage, but we made a good job there, and a lot of people gave us the support. So we kept for the whole time the peace in our village and around in the region, and that was from my heart and so much important that I'm very proud that we could manage it and do this perfect result.
Yes, here, Sharif, my name. I am the president of the UNCAP, United Nations Correspondent Association. and we are here today with the nations of the three countries, Hungary, Austria, and Slovakia. At this point, this is the meet point between the three countries, and the purpose is that we are here maybe demonstrating for the peace not only for these countries but the whole of the world. And we came here, in a company of Peter Haider. He is the president of the Universal Peace Federation. So together, and I think it is an opportunity really to speak for peace, to work for peace, and we dream of peace all over the world.
We came here to the three-border point of Slovakia, Austria-Hungary, to have a peace road event to celebrate that we are friends. Since 30 years we can go freely through the borders, and we hope that we can have a great event. We will be more than 150 people. Thank you.
Danke. Wir sind heute im Grenze zwischen drei Ländern. Und heute wir haben ein Programm als Peace Road zwischen drei Ländern, als Ungarn, Slowakei und Österreich. Und wir sind genau hier im Punkt zwischen drei Ländern. Und viel die Leute, die wegen der Peace tätig sind, heute sind von diesen drei Ländern auch mit. Und wir werden unser Programm beginnen.
Let's go. We are going to picnic site and enjoy lots, and I want you see people's Hungary border or some Slovakia border, Austrian border. It's very beautiful place now, the sunny day, and we are very enjoy it. Let's go to join me. Picnic video now start, and you see how can we enjoy it and how can we celebrate today. Hello everybody, now we all are here in picnic point in Hungary, and you see Hungary, very beautiful, very beautiful country. We are here, Rajka, this one place for Hungary, for the people to see. So lot of people coming here now, and the picnic video start now. So people, picnic time start now, and you see how many people's here in Hungary. she's giving me for that one. Danke. Thank you very much. And thank you. Okay. Danke. Now people enjoy the foods. See, enjoy. Behind of me you see Danau. Danau, it's a lake and it's a very big lake. That same lake going in Austria, Slovakia and Hungary is called named Danau. So people, we are going back in Austria, and thank you very much for watching my video. Please like and subscribe my channel. All the best. Bye bye.